If you have been overwhelmed by the ending of the episode, we are here to dilute it for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first video from this channel, welcome to Splurge Media. I am Vandita, and holding on to the shadows of the past can only get one so far. One must embrace the present with all its misery and pain and learn how to let go of the past. The final episode of season 1 of The Irregulars is a visceral and emotive journey to oblivion. As the episode reveals itself, it brings pertinent questions about life, home, and family to light. And while the series ends on a bittersweet note, we are left to fill the blank space in our memory. And if you've been overwhelmed by the ending of the episode, we are here to dilute it for you. So, let's get started. Throughout the series, Sherlock is seen as a broken man living in locked rooms of his memory. After the transcendence of Alice to the spirited world, Sherlock has been devastated, and for the past 10 years, he has chosen to drown his sorrows in hits of opium. We know that Watson was responsible for this moment of rapture. He accidentally opened the rip, and when Alice got pulled into the vortex, he chose to save Sherlock instead. While Watson has taken care of his love Sherlock since the disappearance of Alice, he couldn't fill the blank space in Sherlock's heart. In the finality of events, when Alice reappears in her mortal form, she is a ghost, a thing of the past. However, Sherlock is overjoyed to have her back despite the red signals. When Alice's plan of merging the worlds is disapproved by Jessica, she has no option but to go back to the netherworld. Sherlock has not learned to let go, and he must follow Alice to the journey to purgatory. Sherlock becomes an Orpheus in his pursuit of love. However, Watson has learned the hard way that holding someone from their destiny can have devastating implications. He would not make the same mistake twice. Therefore, at the last moment, he gives in to the pleading of Bea and chooses to save Jessica instead of Sherlock. In the group of misfits, Leo has found a compassionate lover in Beatrice and a family out of the home. However, the episode comes to a close. Leo discloses to a surprised Bea that he has to go back to his palace, from where he leaves for Europe the day after. While it is certainly not a pleasant surprise, Leo's reason is compelling enough for Bea to let him go. In exchange of Billy's life, Leo has promised his mother to embrace the princely life. From the age of Renaissance to the Victorian era, royal princes in Britain and Europe were brought up under the stringent schedule. They had to learn courtly decorum, romance languages, and study the art of combat. Moreover, they would have to travel Europe escorted by their royal guardians to perceive aesthetic beauty and learn about the cultures of different countries. And finally, engagement between a royal prince and a commoner was not allowed at any cost. With the ushering of the modern era, much of the early rigidity has been eroded from the monarchy, as the era is characterized not by tradition but by individuality. While the modern notion of creating one's own identity was already underway in Victorian Britain, it was still a nascent stage. Therefore, Leo, bound by tradition, cannot come out of his identity as a prince as he is born in it. And especially with the royal family's favor is releasing Billy from the jail, Leo cannot possibly deny his regal duties. As Sherlock follows Alice into the abyss of the RIP, it feels as if the RIP is closed forever. Sherlock is a literary superhero for many, and a genius of Sherlock has been duly paid homage in the web series. The RIP, therefore, is a RIP of Sherlock as well. Arthur Conan Doyle had to revive Sherlock after killing him in The Final Problem. Thanks to the insane fan uproar that followed it, Sherlock has been revived many times since through TV dramas, fanfiction, and film franchise. He is, after all, the mythical guru of all detectives, fictional or otherwise. Seen from the perspective, the series is also a fantastical deconstruction of the Sherlock Holmes franchise. The brilliant detective of sharp wit and precise scientific knowledge has been taken to a world of demons and supervillains in temporal flux. In the final scene from the narrative, the crew gathers in front of the obituary of Alice. While there is not a grave of capitalist Sherlock Holmes, because he'll remain alive in the heart of many readers, Alice, who is central to the plot, has a grave without a body in it. The absent presence of Alice haunts the whole narrative of the series, and it seems as if the series was made to give the possibility of a family of Sherlock. Alice comes alive in the last episode only to mark a finality of the chapter by taking Sherlock into her realm. Will they try to make their way back through the portal? Sadly enough, that depends on the partner network of Netflix. While the rip gets closed, Alice and Sherlock will hopefully have a happily happily ever after in the extended universe of Holmes franchise. That's it. That was the explanation of the beautiful The Irregulars from Netflix season 1. We will be waiting for season 2 just like you. And as I always say, do like the video. If you did like the video, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified each time as soon as we upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Keep supporting. Your support means a lot.